The use of wrists in Kathak is a peculiarity, specifically in the Lucknow Gharana. A lot of movements are initiated with the wrist. Isn't that interesting? Because normally when we have a movement initiated with the thorax region or maybe the arms, but the wrist to initiate a movement is unique to this gharana. Now every time we use, there is a specific movement which is called Kasak Basak, which is again the movement of the shoulders, elbows, the upper arm, and here also the wrist also kind of give the rhythm with the wrist. So, and this part of the body doesn't really have any fat. So if you exert or overuse your wrists, you can always have a tear there. So in order to prevent that from happening, make sure that you warm up your wrists and you don't do aggressive wrist movements or put too much weight as you start in the beginning. Let me give you some exercises for that. First is when you do your tatkar, if you could just make this into a fist and keep rotating your wrists all the way up and then do this and bring it down in the center. This is a good warm up. Now don't just start doing it like that all of a sudden. Go slower and as it goes up, go higher and then increase the speed and then bring it down. This is a good exercise. After the wrist has been done, maybe with the hand and then the finger digits all. So this way you will get a good proper warm up for your wrists. Now where do you use your wrist mostly? You have this movement, Lav Shikha, which is a line of flame. So Lav Shikha goes like that. The another, which one? Jal Bhramri and the Suchita, the chakras. So when you use the Urdhva Hasta Chakra, what happens? The entire arm is stationary, but the wrist is moving around, which is why the hand is. So Urdhva Hasta Chakra, Madhya Hasta Chakra, Tala Hasta Chakra, right? You're using the wrist there. Jalaperi, yeah, which you mentioned. Jalaperi, where the wrist is again it's going clockwise. So these movements need the wrist movement and you must design your wrist movements according to your body. That's also very important. For some people, the wrist movement up here looks good, for some here, for some here. Each to themselves. If you're doing a solo presentation, it's perfectly okay to redesign your movements according to yourself. Well, yes, if you're in a choreography, you cannot do that. You've got to dance according to the group or according to the artistic director or the choreographer. You cannot then suddenly decide, okay, this is the level I choose to do and today I want to do this, tomorrow you have the same show, I'll do it there. It doesn't make sense. You've got to stick to your routine. But when you're doing your own dance, do not hesitate to bring in your own element, your own you, so that when I see you dancing, same piece, all four of you have learned, but when I see you, it should be you. When I see you, it should be like you, so on and so forth. So try and identify with the pieces, and the wrist movements are a very delicate and a very sharp way of putting your stamp on your work.